You're watching a Highwire Media podcast. Welcome back to the Cinema Gold Show. As always, I'm your host, Larry Lace. Today, we're diving into Season 2 of White Collar. Originally, the plan was to go episode by episode, but truthfully, it wasn't very popular on our channel, so we're just going to go season by season. I might try episode by episode if it's a major popular show, but for now, we're just going to do season by season moving forward. But with that, let's dive into Season 2. White Collar Season 2 picks up right where the first season left off, on the heels of heartbreak, betrayal, and unanswered questions. It wastes no time upping the stakes, digging deeper into the show's signature mix of elegant crime-solving, personal loyalty, and cat-and-mouse mind games. If Season 1 laid the foundation for Neal and Peter's unlikely partnership, then Season 2 tested every inch of it. This season isn't just about chasing criminals. It's about chasing the truth and figuring out how far you'd go to get it. So let's take a look at why Season 2 is arguably one of the most compelling chapters of the White Collar saga and how it balances slick heists with deeply human stakes. Season 2 opens in the emotional wreckage of Kate's death. The mysterious plane explosion that closed out the first season. Neal Caffrey is shattered, and the series makes a point of not rushing past his grief. What's refreshing here is that White Collar allows Neal, always the charming con artist, to show cracks. He's not invincible, he's hurting, and that wound drives almost every move he makes this season. The writers cleverly use Kate's death as a narrative engine, pushing Neal into deeper investigations about the people who manipulated his life. There's something darker and more driven about Neal in Season 2. He's not just helping the FBI out of obligation or boredom, he wants answers. And that obsession leads him down some ethically murky paths. But even more compelling is how Peter Burke, his FBI handler and reluctant friend, responds. Peter doesn't coddle Neal, he doesn't offer cheesy pep talks. Instead, he watches Neal spiral while trying to keep him grounded. And that tension, watching Peter walk the line between loyalty and duty, is what gives this season its weight. It's a slow burn, but a meaningful one. Now onto one of the best upgrades in Season 2, more Mozzie. Willie Garson's Mozzie was always a fan favorite in Season 1, but here he becomes essential. Whether he's helping Neal track down the mysterious music box, building surveillance equipment from scratch, or just offering bizarre yet brilliant advice, Mozzie evolves from comic relief to a vital part of the team. Episode 9, Point Blank, is a turning point. Mozzie's shooting doesn't just shock the audience, it brings all the characters together in a moment of raw vulnerability. For once, the stakes feel personal for everyone. Mozzie's life hanging in the balance reminds us that these aren't just fun crime capers. There are real consequences. Plus, Garson's performance is consistently magnetic. He somehow makes conspiracy theories, obscure historical trivia, and paranoid ramblings seem like gospel. He's the kind of guy who'd make you laugh and then immediately solve a cryptographic puzzle that cracks the case wide open. Season 2 treats Mozzie with the respect he deserves, not just as Neal's sidekick, but as a critical brain in this elaborate web of plots. The big overarching plot this season revolves around a mysterious artifact, the music box. At first glance, it seems like a classic MacGuffin, just a fancy device everyone's chasing. But White Collar treats it like a Rosetta Stone to a much deeper mystery. The box becomes a symbolic of Neal's past, Kate's secrets, and the invisible puppet strings controlling everything behind the scenes. Enter Alex Hunter, who adds a spark of danger and unresolved tension every time she's on screen. Her chemistry with Neal is electric, but laced with mistrust. Alex isn't a traditional love interest, she's a reminder of the world Neal left behind and the danger of getting too comfortable with the FBI. The music box also introduces us to new layers of government corruption, hidden agendas, and powerful figures like Vincent Adler, played with chilling charm by Andrew McCarthy. Adler's character doesn't fully rise to prominence until the back half of the season, but his presence is felt early on. He's the kind of villain who doesn't need to scream or threaten, he simply is. And that's more terrifying. This mythology arc gives the season more cohesion. It's not just case of the week anymore. It's all building towards something. That narrative focus helps make Season 2 feel tighter and more urgent. While the overarching story takes a big step forward, the show doesn't abandon its procedural roots. In fact, many of Season 2's one-off episodes are among the best in the entire season, or series, I should say. Take Copycat Caffrey, for example. It's a fun meta story where someone starts copying Neal's old cons. It's playful and self-aware, but it also gives Neal a chance to reflect on who he used to be and whether he's really changed. That duality, charming thief versus reformed partner, is the soul of the show. Or look at Forging Bonds, a rare flashback episode that peels back the curtain on Neal's early days with Mozzie, Kate, and even how he first met Peter. It's a structural risk that pays off big. It shows how far everyone's come, and how far they still have to go. Each episode has its own flavor. Art forgery, undercover poker games, antique sales, stolen wills, but they never feel like filler. There's always a character beat or a subtle thread that connects back to the season-long arc. That balance between weekly satisfaction and serialized storytelling is where White Collar truly shines in Season 2. By far, the most fascinating relationship in the series is Neal and Peter. And in Season 2, their dynamic deepens in a way that's emotionally resonant without being sentimental. They trust each other, but not completely. They respect each other, but still challenge one another's values. And most importantly, they need each other, though neither of them will say it out loud. There are several episodes where this relationship is pushed to its limits. Under the Radar is a standout, as Peter starts suspecting that Neal may be hiding the truth about the stolen treasure. And to be fair, he's not wrong. But what makes it so compelling is that Peter doesn't want to catch Neal. He wants to be wrong. And that inner conflict makes him such a great character. He's not a robotic agent. He's a man trying to do the right thing in a world full of gray areas. Matt Bomer and Tim DeKay play off each other so well. The chemistry is there, but so is the tension. And it's never static. One moment they're cracking jokes in a surveillance van. The next, they're standing on opposite sides of a lie that could ruin everything. This season, their friendship becomes more of a chess match, and that's a good thing. One of the smart moves in Season 2 was giving more screen time to agents Diana and Clinton. Diana, in particular, becomes a force. She's sharp, funny, and brings a calm competence to every operation. She's not just another FBI agent, she's essential, and her rapport with Peter adds depth to the bureau side of the show. Jones, meanwhile, steps up as the guy who always has Peter's back, whether it's in our briefing room or on the street. He's understated but reliable, and that makes him an anchor in a series filled with charming wildcards. By fleshing out the supporting team, Season 2 creates a more believable world. It's not just Neal and Peter solves crimes. It's an ensemble, and every piece matters. Let's talk aesthetics, because White Collar Season 2 is peak TV eye candy. The suits are sharper, the cinematography is more confident, and New York feels alive in every frame. Whether it's rooftop meetings in Manhattan, dive bars in Brooklyn, or sleek FBI offices, the show treats the city as a character in its own right. Neal's wardrobe continues to be the envy of every stylish comment, while Peter's buttoned-up look underscores his no-nonsense personality. Even the music choices and set design ooze elegance and precision. It's a show that knows what it's selling. Smart crime stories wrapped in a luxury magazine spread. But it's not just about looks. The direction gets bolder, with more inventive shots, tighter pacing, and slick editing. There's a confidence in Season 2 that suggests that creators know they've hit their stride, and they're not afraid to take swings. Season 2 ends with a bang, literally and emotionally. And under the radar, Neal and Mozzie finally track down Vincent Adler. What follows is a whirlwind of manipulation, betrayal, and a confrontation that feels years in the making. Adler's final plan? Escaping with a treasure hoard is ripped straight from an art heist fantasy, but White Collar grounds it with high stakes. The moment the warehouse explodes, supposedly destroying the treasure, feels like a loss for everyone. But the final twist? Neal didn't lose the treasure. He has it. He lied to Peter. And that's how you end the season. It's the perfect cliffhanger. The trust between Neal and Peter, the core of the entire show, is shattered again. And the question going into Season 3 isn't just, will Neal get caught? It's, can this friendship survive another betrayal? It's not just a plot twist. It's a character gut punch. White Collar Season 2 isn't just a continuation. It's an evolution. It builds on everything that made the first season great, but dares to dig deeper, get messier, and raise the emotional stakes. The mystery is juicier, the relationships are more layered, and the show fully embraces its identity as both a sleek crime procedural and a slow burn character drama. Neal's arc, grief to revenge to secret keeper, is gripping. Peter's conflict between loyalty and duty is quietly heartbreaking. Mozzie, Diana, and Jones finally get their moments to shine. And the final twist leaves the audience questioning everything they thought they knew. If you came to White Collar for the clever cons, you'll stay for the psychological chess game. Season 2 isn't perfect. There are a few filler cases and some underused guest stars, but it's ambitious, stylish, and endlessly rewatchable. It's the season that proved a White Collar wasn't just a fun crime show. It was something more. So with that, I'm going to give Season 2 a 9 out of 10. It's sleek, smart, loaded with emotional payoff. Season 2 is where the con gets personal, and it's better for it. So let me know your rating of Season 2 White Collar in the comments section below. Of course, give us a thumbs up if you liked our video. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold or scan the QR code that's right there. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.